This content is very disturbing.
From the teacher?
Yes, from the teacher on the homepage.
Oh my goodness. You have to click on those links to get there, but
On the homepage,
I'm
you
backing
can
you up.
see sex dolls, sex toys, penis pumps, sex enhancement pills, birth control.
So how did that happen?
We have already addressed this. It was an error by a staff member. We have handled it, and we are moving forward.
They're damaging to children.
I haven't seen that. I'll be honest, I haven't seen any of that pornography stuff. Whatever we have to do to support, our students or whatever, we're willing to meet with families or whatever. If we have counselors here to do that. If there are other children out there that you are aware of, send them to Mr. Ruolo.
At this point, I'm going to end our conversation, and I'm going to let you know that the building is moving forward.
The focus now is the children. I would ask that you send a message to the parent community that I care. And when something like that happens in our district, that's a problem. They need to know that.
But you all agreed not to notify the parents.
Yes.
Since I asked for this meeting, I did speak with Mr. Ruolo, so we did clear some stuff up. So I'll just wrap up. Basically, what he told me was he spoke to you and Dr. Gagliardi at length about the situation, and that.
Can I just hear what the situation was from your perspective, though?
Sure.
If you don't mind.
Of course. My child is 12 years old. He's in science class, and he gets a video for classwork and homework, and it had very inappropriate sexual language in it.
The homework that the teacher assigned?
Yeah, the assignment, the video assignment. Heavy petting, groping. Middle schoolers can't keep their hands off each other. And then, right before the meeting, I had looked at my son's Chromebook again, preparing for the meeting with Mr. Trinkle, the science teacher, and Mr. Ruolo, and I found another assignment. Yeah. Birth control, herpes home tests.
And we'll notify
Find out where to get your best sex doll, how to enlarge your penis. There was a lot of content that he shouldn't see. It was pornographic.
So that's what I came in. That was the pop-ups or whatever that. Again, I talked to you guys about one of you, but can I just go back to the homework assignment, if you don't mind?
Okay.
What was it? The one that the teacher assigned. So this has nothing to do with the technology. The teacher assigned inappropriate homework.
There was 3 different assignments that my son got over this school year. They were all 18-year-old and older content. They all had sexual content, sexually explicit media in them. One was in the fall. First of all, first week of September, that personality test, it was very disturbing as a parent to see that. It even states on the very first page of that website that it is for adult content only, and it gave him basically what his sexual inclinations would be. And then the other 2 were both given out on May 24th, which was 3 weeks ago. And this content is very disturbing.
From the teacher?
Yeah, I mean, I have my phone just to show you. It's very disturbing. I assumed you saw the site. I was told that you saw the site, or at least I assumed that you saw the site.
No.
Because you talked at length about it with, I believe Mr. Ruolo had talked to Dr. Gagliardi and you about the situation, because he had already told me the building was moving on.
So I could tell you that I did speak to Dr. Norman as far as the situation in our meeting. He understood that our staff member had acknowledged it, and we addressed the situation with the staff member and technology, and then we're moving forward from it. I mean, you can definitely reach out to him directly to him, but I mean, at this point, we were moving forward at the building level.
So I had assumed you had seen the site
No, what the conversation I had was, I know that there was pop-up or something that you.
It was a video, but we blocked it as soon as we took over.
Yeah, I know that piece or whatever. I mean, I read your email and yeah, I don't want to see those types of things either.
My son is 12.
The pornographic stuff, but so yes, we did block that stuff or whatever. But the actual assignment itself from the teacher.
Yes, from the teacher on the homepage.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, that's just one of the things. It's very pornographic images, sex dolls, sex toys.
So how does that happen?
The way the filter works is it's a combination of, I don't want to call it the term AI or whatever, but obviously algorithms that create and look for and categorize. And you also have human interaction. There's websites all the time. So depending on, I think you originally said that website was something which is like science or related to it. So it gets miscategorized.
Yeah, but wait, let me just, and forgive me, because I just want to get some context.
Mhm.
So the teacher assigned a link or?
When there's an assignment, and I brought it up and actually showed Mr. Ruolo, Mr. Trinkle, the assignment on his own Chromebook. We're going to go to classes. We're going to go to life science. And I'm going to go down to May 24th. Body systems review. So this is posted a new assignment, Stephen Trinkle, body systems review. I'll have an assignment, maybe different Google slides that they have to fill out or whatever, and then there'll be video links to things to fill out the information for homework.
And as soon as they click that link, that came up.
On the home page, on the very first home page, there are links at the bottom. In the content itself, for the body systems, there's sexual language and sexually explicit media, basically is what it's called. Because this is for college kids. Every body system goes way above the 7th grade level. And then on the homepage is numerous links, and they're pornographic. They're damaging to children.
You have to click on those links to get there, but no,
On the homepage,
I'm
you
backing
can
you up.
see
Yeah.
you can see about 30 links just
Yep.
on the homepage itself.
That's what I was going to say.
Sex dolls, sex toys, penis pumps, sex enhancement pills, birth control, STD tests, hormones.
And we removed those links,
We blocked the website.
blocked that website.
The other assignment that brought me to that meeting in the first place also talked about middle schoolers who can't keep their hands off each other. They love to heavy pet each other and grope each other.
Now, when the muscle cell is at rest, none of these strands are touching each other, but they really desperately want to. They're like middle school students at a formal dance. The myosin in particular wants nothing more than to reach its little heads up and do some heavy petting with the actin.
Tropomyosin and troponin act as an insulation, chaperones, to protect them from groping each other.
They're the chaperones. They protect the actin from groping.
Now, energy from the broke ATP is stored inside the head.
So yeah, the myosin has a lot of pent-up frustration.
As the muscle is resting, it is preparing a stockpile of calcium ions to be used as a trigger when it's go time.
The chemical dance that allows this to happen is one of the sexiest things that goes on in your body other than, like, sex.
And you talk about this with Mr. Ruolo.
Yes, and Mr. Trinkle. I just couldn't believe it. And then I looked, this is for college kids. I guarantee this wasn't approved curriculum either. How does that continue to happen?
Tracy, I have that video too. If you want to take a look at it at some point.
Obviously, I'm going to tell you, we don't condone that Mr. Ruolo, the teacher, we don't. I haven't I haven't seen that. I'll be honest. I haven't seen that pornography stuff ever. I don't know if that's something common that you all have, but most of it is a little bit more benign.
Exposure to sexually explicit media in early adolescence is related to risky sexual behavior in emerging adulthood. This is from the National Institute of Health in 2020. There's also a TED Talk about the effect of sexualized media, that sexualized media and pornography without proper education is harmful and detrimental to children's physical and mental health.
Sexualized media and pornography without, and here's the key part, without representation or proper education can be incredibly harmful and detrimental to our physical and mental health, especially those of us who are too young to really know the difference.
Even on your Lakeland policy, your computer and internet use policy 6154, it talks about what's harmful to minors. And all of this appeals to the prurient interest in nudity, sex, or excretion. They depicts, describes, or represents in a patently offensive way with respect to what is suitable for minors, lewd exhibition of the genitals.
Whatever we have to do to support our students or whatever, we're willing to do. And what I mean by that is through our resources. I will work with Mr. Ruolo or whomever to get them whatever resources they need. They need to talk to someone, or we need to meet with families or whatever. We have counselors here to do that. So that's a given. The other given is I would hope that when we say sexually explicit content, I would hope that we're not exposing students to pornography through.
You are.
I'm not a guru in that, obviously. I'm not, but I do know that there's different types of different levels of sexually explicit content. This is my first time ever seeing that in my 20 years here. And that's not to say that it doesn't happen. But I know when we vet things like our curriculum maps and those types of things that we have on Atlas and those things, I've never seen that. But if there's something we need to do in terms of counseling to help these students that are affected by it or whatever, we're willing to do that. We're willing to do that, and that's my promise to you. If there are other children out there that you are aware of, send them to Mr. Ruolo, and I'll make sure that they get whatever support that they need. And I'll speak to him to make sure that we can alert our counselors, our clinicians, or whatever, and get them what they need. I have to believe that 3 exposures is not our best. I have to believe that. I don't know how you feel about that. But
one is good enough.
Mr. Trinkle again has a periodic assignment from .com. The most recent articles on right now has a story about primates and how they've been masturbating for 40 million years. This isn't one issue. That personality test alone was a real big kicker. It only makes me wonder, who wants to know what my son's proclivity to certain sex is? This isn't 2 issues.
Heavy petting,
Pent-up frustration.
groping, sex.
This isn't 3 issues. And there's a big picture of a sex doll. She looks just like a girl.
But see, that's one of the things that we're working on with Mr. Trinkle as far as editing. That went out prior to us having our meeting. He will take that down and we'll make sure that there's something that's age appropriate, that reviews for their final exam on the systems.
Mr. Ruolo told me that he spoke with you and Dr. Gagliardi, and that it was a personnel issue, a technology issue, that as a building, meaning Copper Beech, and I guess the district, is moving on now from this issue, and that the parents were going to be notified, no other parents were going to be notified about the situation.
We have already addressed this. It was an error by a staff member. We have handled it, and we are moving forward. At this point, I'm going to end our conversation, and I'm going to let you know that the building is moving forward.
That is true. There's always two perspectives. I'm just talking to him. It's different than talking to a mother. You know, he shared these things, and look, I don't want to paint a picture that I'm this perfect person, but no, I don't want. If somebody tells me that here's a pornographic site, I don't want to see that. I don't want to go and dig. I want to direct, take it down. You know, fix it, do what we need to do, and we did have those conversations, and I am aware that there were those inappropriate websites and things that we share, but to get into to hear it come out of your mouth, some of these things and these examples, to see those pictures, and to know that other children saw it, I can't not be a father. You don't get to turn that on and off. No, it's just hurtful. That's all. But look, we acknowledge that it happened, and we're going to correct it. We're going to continue to work these filters and do everything we can to prevent that type of stuff. And we are in contact with the teacher and other teachers to vet these things. But the focus now is the children. If there are other children out there, well, the other children out there, they need to see you, Mr. Ruolo. And I would ask that you send a message to the parent community that I care. We are human beings here, regardless of titles, responsibilities. We're human beings. And if something like that happens in our district, that's a problem. They need to know that.
I don't know why I would be the one to notify the parents.
I think what he was saying is because
No.
if parents are telling you, if they come to you,
Yep.
express that to
I'm
them.
coming.
Mr. Ruolo had made the decision with Dr. Gagliardi and you, and he agreed, you all agreed that, I'll make sure, because now I'm shocked that you didn't see the website, but you all agreed not to notify the parents.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, how are the parents going to come to you with concerns if they're not notified?
I think they would email, they would contact us if they had issues or concerns. They would. If their child comes home or if there's problems, I would expect that they would reach out to us.
Do you think a child that sees pornography or other sexual content will go right up to their parents and tell them they saw it?
That I don't know. I mean, I would imagine some would, some might not. I mean, children are children, right? Some report things every day when they go home. Some families don't have those relationships. But I think it's the behaviors. If behaviors change or there's concerning behaviors, yeah, our response is we're here to listen. I would hope that if children are affected, that they would come forward.